Hello and welcome Blood Bowl fans to the week 12 of the Division 4A seasonal recap for G-Men. I am here, your handsome orc coach Cheptek, with my blood-sucking co-host Supra.
Ooh, we've got a different word for me this time.
Yeah, I'm expanding on my words.
Not expanding on your players.
Nope, quite the opposite. Okay, so let's see week 12 here. And to start the things and nonsense off, River Run Rafters versus the Blood Elves. 2-1 for the pointy years.
Well, I was expecting this. I'm pretty sure I voted Dark Elves in the previous recap. I can't remember.
Yeah, me neither. If any of us bothered to write it down, it will be quite easier, but hell. Yeah. Basically, one successful pass on the Chorf side, which is quite interesting.
Probably just a vanity pass.
Probably, but the blocks were quite even. 55 for the Chorfs versus 31 for the Blood Elves.
Yeah.
4 KOs for the Rafters, 2 for the Elves. 1 injury on both sides, which is a miss next game on the Bull Centaur, who got the MVP. So this guy will not be playing this season anymore. Poor little
yeah,
cow
we'll play
thingy.
next season. I assume this team isn't being re-rolled.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good team, I would say.
Except
well,
they
like
are Chorfs, but yeah.
Super amazing. I don't mind Chorfs, they're fine.
Right.
They've got some good later on development. Yeah, and the AV8 blocker has been MNG'd because he's AV8.
Wait. Let's see the Chorfs. Where are the Chorfs? And the first thing we should discuss is how much disrespectful the coach is. How much?
Why is he disrespectful?
Do you see any level ups?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, also, now he's got a very good excuse to fire that niggled hobgoblin.
Yeah.
He
And
should do that.
what happened? Yeah. He's niggle. Yeah, so basically, we probably know what Brandon Cuttlefish, right? I'm right reading it correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Brandon Cuttlefish probably will get a block, and
yep. Unless he gets a double, in which case you get dodge, but you still fire the other hobgoblin.
yeah, you still get rid of Pikey.
As soon as you got another sure hands, he should have been fired, in my opinion.
Well, basically, let's face it. The only way Pike is staying is a miracle.
Or just the coach likes to ignore us. As he did with all his claw.
Yeah, there's always an option.
Yes, he does have a wrestle ball. There's Dawn.
Yeah. Nice to see you, by the way.
I mean, there's not like it is a pretty good hacking piece, to be honest.
Yeah. And considering the fact that his most offensive pieces were put, his most offense was put into the defensive Chaos Dwarves blockers, having a second piece on the Bull Center isn't that bad of an idea.
Although he has now got a move 7 Hobgoblin, so that has the same threat range as a Bull Centaur.
With lower armor, lower strain, but yes.
Yes. But I meant in terms of range, it has the same.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the movement up one will get wrestle.
Probably. At some point in the future. To be honest, considering the fact that this is the last game will be that will be played this week, I wonder what will happen. And yeah, the MNG Dwarfy. Well, I'm not seeing a good career for this guy.
Yeah. I think once. Well, he should have taken a mighty blow on that guard one, on the guard claw one, but yeah. Once he gets another mighty blow on a claw, I think he should probably fire him and get a new one.
Yeah.
Just because the AV8 really hurts you. You just get hit and then
Yeah, basically those guys.
die like a human. You don't want to be like a human.
Yeah, nobody likes humans. And basically, let's face it, those guys are the guys that should be getting hit. And getting hit with armor 8 is quite asking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, you can keep him as well. Like,
Well,
yeah.
he is the only.
Armor 8 isn't that bad, but
Well,
I would still, for the long term, the long term health of the team, I would. Unless he gets a double here, in which case I would keep him.
yeah, if he gets a strained up, you always keep the guy. But basically, he is the only piece that is the can opener.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that was he had only got one guard when that happened, so there was an argument for it, but
Yeah.
I would have still not done it.
Yeah, exactly. Would go for if you start with claw, would go for the mighty blow. If you don't start with claw, would go for stand firm instead of a claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't have gone claw on the guard one. I would have gone dodge, as I have said many times on this stream.
Dodge, exactly. Well, he does have a lot of doubles, to be honest, but yeah. Okay.
4 out of 6 dwarves have doubles.
Yeah. Quite amazing, to be honest. Yep. Okay, let's move to the elves. Where are the blood elves? Where are the blood elves? Where are the blood? Here are the blood elves. Top command blood elves. Well, nothing changed here, and the lineman is still there.
The movement 5-1.
Yeah, the guy that basically is there just to breathe air, which he shouldn't done. He should be sacrificed to Cain or something, like a long time ago. But yep, he's still there. Basically, not much change here.
A loner would probably be better.
Yeah, that's that. Because let's face it, if you got a loner and he's got some free MVPs from if he gets some free MVPs from being an MVP, then you keep him. So having a lineman with a busted stat that has nothing is just basically wasting air.
Yep.
Yeah, he wastes the air he breathes. Sacrifice him to Cain and let's move on. Let's see the next match. The Winter Devils versus the Revenge of the Ratatas. So Sir Sebastian versus the Rats. 1-1.
Yep. He's still
keeping that
move down one, which is alright. In my opinion, it's fine because move 6 is fine.
50 blocks versus 24. Damn, it was a very bloody match.
About expected, I would say. Rats are not less bashy than.
Well, let's face it, but you don't want to give him that much blocks.
Yeah, but you are Agi 3, so you can't avoid it sometimes.
Let's see the teams where. Yeah, this is the Rich Necro. Not much change here. So Godzilla got sure hands.
Yep, that's what I was expecting, to be honest. He did. As he said to us last week, he did have an option of a move up, but I would have taken sure hands.
Yeah, I would take stats, just for the lolsies.
I mean, yeah, I said you could have. There was definitely that was my second favorite choice.
Yeah, or the armor.
Yeah, armor. I think my top would be sure hands movement, and then armor or sidestep at the same level. Because armor is really actually good for a player that's that valuable.
To be honest, looking at how his teams looks now, I just fired the edgy one zombie. Because you don't need a dirty player.
never use their agility.
Yeah,
You don't care that he's ag 1.
okay, but this is basically pumping up your team value. You don't need the dirty player; it doesn't change that much. And basically, not having a player dedicated to fouling your opponent is much more easier because you don't have to play around it.
You
And
can't
he's
play
got
around it. Zombies are move 4, so they just foul things that are near them. They can't
exactly,
actually try and foul things that you want them to foul.
exactly. So having a dirty player is just pumping up your team value.
Nah. You're already
Yeah,
high enough. You don't really care.
no, that's the other fact. Lecz di rach, per ar di rach, hirar di rach. The rats, the rats, the rats.
They do. I think.
Yeah, not much change here. Basically,
No changes. Oh wait, I think the mutated gutter runner didn't have sidestep before. I think he has sidestep this game, but he's already taken a level. So
maybe.
let me look. Let me look at the game. Hang on. Or maybe not.
I don't think so.
Quirky. Is Quirky the one? No, that's Hasty. Okay. Never mind, he didn't level this game.
Yeah.
But it must have been recent. Maybe he didn't take it last week. I can't remember. But anyway, the sidestep is pretty new.
To be honest, would you keep still the Storm Vermin with Strength 4?
Yeah, I mean, AB7 isn't that bad. And Strength 4 makes him get hit less. I have 2 Strength 4 AB7 players. One of them has a niggle.
Yeah, but this is a troll and they are quite expendable. Blisters, on the other hand, aren't that expendable.
And then they're only like 90k, right? He has lots of money.
Agree on that fact, but yeah. Okay.
I think he does need the Strength 4. That's the thing. Like,
Well, it gives him a bit advantage, and having two
yeah.
strength ups in a team always is a good advantage. Let's face it.
Well, a Strength up gutter runner isn't that big, to be honest, because it's only Strength 3 still. But
Yeah, but he's the ball sacker, so
yeah. But it won't help against me
yeah. See,
if I was playing him, which I'm not because I'm not in this division. Yeah. I mean, I also like the Jolly Rattata, but I suppose if he leveled up first, then Strip Ball is fine. But I would have got Wrestled Dauntless before Strip Ball.
yeah.
But
Basically,
I think that's up for any debate.
basically most of people do carry their. If you got a guy with sure hands, you carry the ball on the guy with sure hands.
We try
So
to.
yeah, you try to, but basically, so most of the times, triple doesn't work. But on the other hand, is I think that it makes it much easier to play chess with your opponent because he makes you to keep the ball on the sure hands guy. Because other than that, you can lose it quite easily.
Yeah. Even a red die, which with Wrestle Strip Ball is like
Yeah, he's basically quite safe. The only
it basically gets it free most of the time.
yeah, so basically the only thing that he doesn't want is all the skulls, and nobody wants the skulls. But
Yeah, I think it's like a 2/3 chance or something with Wrestle Strip Ball to get the ball off someone with now sure hand,
yeah,
even if
something
it's a
like
red
that.
die,
Something like that. Yeah.
because you have to just not roll skulls.
Yeah, this is the only thing you don't have you can roll skulls. Other than that, you're in a good position. Let's face
Yep.
it, you don't want to lie down, but it's still quite okay. Especially having the insane mutated gutter runner, which
Yeah.
just
You just
moves
run
in.
in and grab the ball and run off again.
Yeah, the only thing he basically needs at the moment is nerves of steel.
He doesn't need nerves of steel. Just dod out. He needs sure hands. Is what he needs.
Oh yeah, because the big hand also ignores the, so it's a
Yeah,
better version of.
no, it's not. They ignore different things. So big hand ignores it for picking up the ball, and nerves of steel ignores it for passing and catching.
Okay, so basically, yeah, the only thing he needs is sure hands at the moment, which is
Yeah,
quite easy for a gutter runner to get.
yeah.
Just goes in, jumps in, takes the ball, goes out.
To be honest, I might have gotten sure hands instead of sidestep, but sidestep is good.
Well, I'm not saying, yeah, it's good, but yeah, saying that, yeah, I would probably go for sure hands first.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have gotten the second throw, as I've said before.
Yeah, basically having two. If you
It's
start,
basically a lineman with like extra TV that you don't need.
yeah, basically having one is okay. If you're having one, for example, developing as an offense, then after that you start developing the other as a defense. Yeah, that's okay. But taking two at this at a point where none of them has any SPPs, it's wasting money.
Yeah.
I would take one, develop it a little, and after I don't know a second skill, then I would consider taking another one.
Yep.
To develop one for the offense, the other for the defense.
So you take extra arms and accurate, and then take another
Yeah,
thrower. That's what that's what I would do at least. If you get a double, you take extra arms. I mean, sorry.
yeah.
Of course.
They don't
Otherwise, you just
mutate
take
as fast as
accurate
the
and
Underworld Skaven, so yeah.
yeah, that's the build for the Underworld Skaven. That's
Yeah.
because I haven't played actual Skaven. I've only played Underworld.
Well, they are also fun. It depends what do you want. Both the teams are
Underworld,
fun.
you do take both throwers though, just because they're strength
Basically,
three.
I would be happy if I would have a Red Ogre on a Underworld team. Then I'll play only Underworld.
Why? Troll's better. It has normal's mutation.
Yeah, I know, but on the Underworld team, everybody has a normal mutation. So, if I could choose between a Troll and a Rat Ogre, I would go for the
Well,
Rat
I
Ogre.
mean, that's what a rat ogre would be broken if it had. Uh,
Come on, look at his face. He's so cute. You want to have him. He's much cuter than a Troll. Also, the little guy on the back is just marvelous. Okay, let's move to the next game. Which is the moment the dwarf massacred the elves.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, this was a 50-50. I think I did vote for the high elves, but it could have been dominated by the dwarves, to be honest.
well, let's face it. Not much armor breaks on the dwarf side.
Yeah, to be fair, there were only 2 armor breaks.
Yeah.
Sorry, 12. What am I talking about? But 1 death out of 12 is quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, I
How
don't
many were
want to talk
cats?
about
How many cats were there? I'm on the
five.
wrong game.
Okay, so it was 45 blocks, and he got 3 KOs, 5 injuries, 1 death, with 12 armor breaks,
He only got
which
12
is,
armor breaks,
yeah,
and out of that, 9 were removals.
fuck.
That's ridiculous.
Basically, if he
He
broke the
only got
armor,
he only got 3 stuns the whole game.
that's fucking scary.
But I
And
think the armor rate is quite low, but the injury rate from the armor is quite high. Let's see. Oh no, their armor was actually bad. Never mind. Oh, they had some fail. They've got 17 fails, so they must have had a lot of fails from falling over and shit,
yeah,
dodging. Because they dodge rolls, they had 10 failed dodges. So that was actually real bad. 74% dodges for elves.
yeah, but the question is how they were dodging. If this was a 2+ dodge, then it's bad. But if it was a 5+ or a 4+, then
Yeah, but how are they? They're not going to do 5 pluses or 4 pluses very often.
sometimes you have
That's literally
to.
just cave dodging, cage diving, and that's it.
I'm not saying it's optimal, but it can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the Let's see how the dwarf are faring. So Vilanchi dwarves, nothing basically changed here. The Trollslayer is still bare bones.
Yep, still no SPP.
Okay, so Vilanchi is saying
Yeah,
in the chat, yeah.
pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it's still a very high conversion rate of breaks to removals, even with Mighty Blow. Like with Mighty Blow, you should be at least having 40% of them fail. Oh no, sorry, not even that. Sorry, like 60% of them fail.
Where if we are the
Because a 7 apart. Sorry, no, it is 40%. Yeah, what am I talking about? It is a 7 will get you a removal, which is a 7 or higher will get you a removal.
yeah,
Which is still, and that also relies on you breaking without Mighty Blow every time.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
but
you're not playing
yeah, his
Woodax, you're
armor was
playing
still
High Elves.
atrocious, and his dodges were atrocious.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's see
But
how the elves are
yeah,
faring.
Dwarf team looking good. Shame it's going to be retired.
Yeah,
But
very shame.
I
You're
suppose it's
really
not
retiring
particularly
the
exciting to
dwarves?
play.
Well, he
So
plays it quite exciting, let's face it.
no, but it's still going to be not that exciting compared to some other teams.
Okay, so
Impact of the bomb. Wait, they took the bomber dwarf? They only threw one bomb though. Or they only hit one bomb.
the dwarves don't have the bomber.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Boomer. Yeah, they have Boomer.
Okay, so they have the boomer and the other one with the
Yeah, they have a ball throwing one with a cannon, and they
yeah.
have Boomer.
Okay.
I can't remember what his name is.
Looking at the elves, well, this is a team that needs hard rebuilding at the moment. Very, very hard rebuilding. Yeah, Boomer is on. Yeah, oh, so they were playing on Village Stadium, so Boomer was only 10k. So yeah,
Yeah.
taking star players. Yeah, I would take star players. Using the fact that you have the cheap ones, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I was what I was meaning was he only hit once with the bombs, and it was a fail. Sorry, it was a pass, which means it's a fail for the dwarves, I think. Yeah. Did pass his only leap roll? I'm surprised he only made one leap, but
Yeah, he passes it, so
yeah. Yeah. What's the next game? Oh, Chaos versus Lizards. And the Chaos won handily. I'm gonna guess that there were a lot of armor breaks. Yes, there were. Holy crap. The Lizards only got 2 all game. And they had 24 from the Chaos.
and one death. The
And
moment
they had a death, yeah.
the moment you're counting on the lizards to do something for the chaos to make your games easier, you don't count on the lizards. No
Wow. Yeah, this
SPPs,
is one of
damn
those
it.
games. The Lizards got no SPP apart from
Yeah,
the MVP, and that's it.
it hurts. Let's see the lizards first.
Yeah. So lizards. I clicked on the wrong team. The lizards are looking pretty good.
Yeah. Well, basically
The
they're in a good position for the next season.
someone playing music.
Yeah, give me a second. I need to take this phone.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay.
Be right
I'll
back.
keep
I'm
going.
leaving you with Supra.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't change what's shown on the stream, so I'll just talk about the lizards, I guess. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Both of the strength up thralls have thralls. Both of the strength up Saurus have block now, which is good. And having a diving tackle is good. And we've got a lot of noise from Chevtek's. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear that. There's a lot of noise from Chevtek's mic. Can you Yes, okay, we can hear it. Yeah, and having the armor bust on the agility skink is nasty. That's not going to be fun. He's now got 3 armor busts on his team. It's not great for a lizard team, to be honest. Well, I mean, I suppose I can talk about the other team, but not show it. So it is the Chaos who are here. Have they got anything new? That's the question. I'm sure it was fun for you, Ramhard. I don't know if it was fun for the lizards.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back.
There was a lot of noise from your mic. I think it might have been from your phone or something. Yeah, so lizards are looking good on the level ups, but bad on the injuries.
Yeah. Well, basically, having a 6 armor, yeah, I would fire the Agi
I
skink.
wouldn't, but that's just me. Because skinks don't get hit that often. You dodge away, you do stuff. You hide behind the Saurus.
Yeah, but when it's basically he's a one shot. If he gets shot, boom. Especially with a guy that has tackle and mighty blow, which isn't that quite unusual to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Chaos are looking good. All the warriors have mighty blow now. 2 of them have claw as well.
Yeah,
Especially with their killer mighty blow piling on tackle.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Seeing it.
That's probably what did the lizards in. That guy got 2 Kazas this game. Yeah, that's what I agree with Vilenik. You don't fire it because it barely gets hit, and you don't fire it until either it dies or you have another Agi 4 because as an Agi 4 skink is fantastic.
So basically, you fire it when it fires itself.
Or you get another one. One of the two. But yeah, no, Agi 4 is really good on skinks. Same with goblins. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah. Had one goblin a long
Even
time
better
ago.
on skinks because they have too much. Yeah, I drop. He already has another shorthand guy, so I would definitely drop the old bull carrier. But I said this last week and he still didn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously you're not beholden to do what I say. So that's just
Basically, I would fire
just like
everybody.
me, bro.
I would fire everybody. Well,
Yeah, you do already have another ball carrier, and if you start scoring with him a lot, then he's gonna get blocked pretty quick.
and there's always the problem that basically he can get the damage one can get MVPs, which is basically wasting MVPs on a guy that will sooner or later will just or A die or B die or C get even more injured. So we will fire him sooner or later, sooner rather than later. So
Yeah,
at this moment,
it's
would
not.
fire him.
Now that you have the dodge short hands guy, I would fire him. Like before, I was saying not fire him because you didn't have any other short hands, and Chaos kind of need it. Yeah, and actually, little preference of mine, I prefer to get big hand rather than extra arms on
Yeah,
shorthands
big
Chaos
hand
Beastmen
is better.
because you're still picking up 8 out of 9 times without extra arms, and if you have big hand, you can pick up in tackle zones the same amount.
Exactly. Much more better to keep the big hands
But
rather
again,
than extra arms.
this is a preference, not necessarily better.
Yeah,
Because
but
if you're not planning on picking up in tackle zones, then
well, basically, you're never planning to pick up in tackle zones, but it happens.
yeah.
So having a guy that, and especially that big hands does also ignore the rain.
Yeah, it's very good.
So basically, from picking up the ball, without the tackle
You don't
zones.
turn in the rain. You don't turn into Kemri,
Yeah,
basically.
well, basically, if you're comparing extra arms and big hand, in the rain without the tackle zones, it's the same. But in every other situations,
Well, not every other situation. If there's no tackle zones and no rain, then extra arms is better.
yeah, the extra arm is better. Yeah, but if there are tackle zones, or if there are tackle zones, and if there are, for example, tackle zones in rain, then big hand is better.
Yeah.
Basically, you could go for both, but not that keen on that.
Yeah, and two heads is very good.
Yeah.
If you have dodge. So, like, I would probably go block two heads and then big hand on this guy. Like, as a long-term development plan. Just because then he's basically perfect for ball carrying and retrieving.
Mm.
It does give us one on catch, yes. But how often do you catch the ball with your ball carrier? Like,
Well, you try not to
how
do it.
often does someone else pick up the ball and then pass it to him? Or not pass it, hand off to him?
Well,
Like, not
basically,
that often.
yeah, you're
Like, he
trying.
probably picks up the ball and hands it off to someone else.
You are trying to minimize the option of throwing balls. So yeah. The less rolls you do, the better for you.
Yeah. The less rerolls you do without rerolls, at least.
Not even rerolls.
I mean, you have to pick up the ball with someone.
Yeah, but the less you make, the lesser chance for fail. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
Okay, let's move to the next
Does
game. Yeah.
wait, does Big Hand ignore rain when catching the ball, or does it? Is it
No,
just for?
only picking up.
Yeah, is.
I'll
But
check.
does so there is no way to ignore the rain catching modifier, right? Because
I don't recall of anything that ignores.
yeah,
Because it says in
yeah, when you attempt to pick
pouring
up the
rain
ball,
when
because
okay.
uh thingy. We were literally just talking about it earlier, and I've forgotten the name. The passing skill that ignores tackle zones.
Nerves of Steel.
There's a steal. Yeah, that doesn't ignore rain. It just ignores tackle zones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, next game.
Yeah. Well, you had fun in this game, huh? 2 deaths, both of them Black Orcs.
Both of them
And
developed Black Hulks.
yeah. Although one of them was niggled, right? Is that right? Am I thinking of the right thing?
Yeah, but Niggle on a Bludger is like with armor 9.
He didn't get rid of the movement 3 one. So he still have the movement 3 one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, basically,
you could have just trimmed your injured players off. I think you would have been less upset.
basically, I'm not upset about the game. I'm more upset by the rolls.
Yeah.
Because basically, I could not break the elf's armor.
I think this is just the entire career of the Amazing Strippers.
And he just broke all the time. Yeah, he did help you very much. And let's face it, that game, it was basically a dice game. After, I don't know, like turn 5, it wasn't anything I could probably do to get anything out of it more. So it was like, yeah, great. Lost one guy, lost the other guy. Basically, probably, if I recall correctly, the first block was a casualty on a troll.
Yeah, it's rough when that happens.
Well, this is the thing. Winning a game and winning a game are two different things. Because if I win a game playing as an opponent and the rolls are quite okay from both sides, we don't have some super yes and some super no's, or even if we both have super yes or super no's, there's something completely different than playing a one-sided game when somebody's constantly being fucked by the rolls and the other one is like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because basically it's not playing. It's you can either try to fight the rolls and risk a lot, or you can just stand at the sides and just go score as much as you want. I don't care. I just want my team to survive, which is basically any of these two options isn't okay, because if you are not playing the game, it's not okay against your opponent. Because, well, let's face it, we are most of us, and I'm thinking all of us, but I can be wrong here, are grown-up people, and we want to play a fun game. And even for me, playing a game that I am winning with my opponent, not because I'm playing better tactical, because I do better plays, just because I have better rolls, isn't fun for me. It's just like, yeah, I won, but I didn't deserve it.
Well, it
And
doesn't mean you didn't deserve it, but it does, like,
for
it does
basic,
because you might have still played better. Just because you got better rolls doesn't mean you didn't play better.
yeah, but if you're reducing your opponent's strength by, I don't know, half of the players or something like that, you are in, especially if you do it in, I don't know, first 3 turns, it's not much that your opponent can do. The snowball effect just goes in motion, and even if you're playing
Yeah.
elves or skavens that can do one turners very easily, it's still hard to do. And I'm not saying this to take anything from the Bleeding Hippie victory. He won and he deserved that win, but it's the fact that it wasn't anything that I could do, basically, to stop him.
Yeah, I mean that just happens. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it happens to me. I think a lot more than it would happen to you because vampires sometimes just obliterate their own team. Um,
yeah,
and
but
yeah, so you get to the point where there's one thrall and two vampires on the pitch, and you go, well, there's nothing
yeah,
I
but
can do. And then they continue stomping on your face, which is what happened to me in the fucking Goblin game.
well, they're goblin. What did you expect?
Continued to hit me on the floor with the ball and chain, and continue to chainsaw the other player in the
Yeah,
face.
but let's face it, if you're playing a team like vampires, goblins, ogres, halflings, you're do taking consideration that the game may fail. But if you're playing, for example, goblins and halflings is less. But if you're playing vamps or ogres, you do consider the fact that the game may fail just because your team failed.
Yeah, I know.
And when you're playing a team that's much more safer, for example, you're playing dwarves, you're playing orcs, humans, even high elves, wood elves, most of the other teams, if you're failing just because the rolls are failing you, that's hard.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I not that I play vampires expecting to win every game. In fact, I'm like
Well, to be
ninth or
honest,
10th in my division right now. So
playing against Bleeding Hippie, I wasn't expecting something for an easy win or something like that. Uh, I wanted, I wanted to play a game against somebody that is a good player and see if I can take anything from the game. Basically, there's nothing I could take out of the game
yeah,
because there
because
was nothing I could do to get any extra experience.
yeah, well, yeah, not that we see necessarily. I mean, I haven't watched the game, but yeah, it doesn't sound like there was a lot you could do.
I could
Yeah,
roll
I
over and
mean,
die. Basically, that's that.
roll
Yeah,
more sixes. Yeah, that's basically it. The Wood Elves are they still don't have a bench.
they don't need it.
They do have 12 players, but they do not have a bench because one of them is. You broke one of them. You injured one of them. Or
Hooray!
is this an MNG?
Yeah,
No, it's an MNG. Okay.
yeah, hooray! I am NGA guy. We, you're seeing the optimism here. Yeah, but basically, not much I can do to stop it. So yeah, the Elves are in a very good position. They'll win this and they'll go out in the playoffs. And I'm hoping everything best for him. Still, I'm a bit disappointed about the game and all. If I want to be honest,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
expect I
I think
as
there's. I think we just have to move on
yeah,
and still berate the fact that the tree isn't dead.
yeah, exactly. And not thinking that the Amazons can pull it off and kill the tree. So basically, those are my orcs at the moment.
I like the Strength 5 Black Hawk though. I think you should keep the team.
Oh, I'm intending to keep the team. I'll be playing this team unless it's broken beyond repair.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the orcs is the fact that it's very hard to break the team beyond repairs. If I would have to lose, like, I don't know, all the black orcs in the game and a blitzer, and then it's probably broken beyond repairs. Other than that,
Well, I think if you lose like most of your special players, so the ones with stats or doubles, then that's pretty much like
they're basically
the team gone. Because at the point where you don't have any doubles or stats, the team is just not exciting. That's my opinion at least. Like there was a period where my vamp team was not exciting because I had no doubles and no stats.
well, to be honest, I like playing orcs, and let's face it, I never played orcs before I started playing here at REBBL, and because I was like, when I started playing REBBL, I was playing the Skavens, and got a very bad match, which was most of the team. My team was massacre beyond repair. I was like, yeah, I have to move to something else, and was talking to my current org coach, and was like, dude, yeah, I was thinking about playing something else. You played with me for more than a year, so I'm open for suggestions. But why don't you try playing orcs? Yeah, I was like, yeah, but they are one of the basic themes that they are easy to play. It's not much a challenge, and it's not much that I could learn from it. And basically, when I started playing Blood Bowl, I started off with hard mode because my first season of Blood Bowl in general, it was on tabletop. I was playing Underworld, and my first my first 4 games, sorry, were dwarves, orcs, orcs.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I think my first Blood Bowl ever was Lizardman, which is not hard mode, but it's not easy mode.
well, basically, lizards are called orcs on steroids with a reason. So lizardmen are quite a good team to play. They do need levels, but basically, when you're playing vanilla teams, they are one of the stronger teams.
Yeah.
If
I mean,
you're
they're stronger in general. They're not necessarily the best at something, but they can do everything.
Yeah, basically they can do anything, and when they start, their margin of error is very low, and it has to be very tragic. You have to have very tragic rolls to not put your opponent in the situation when he has problems with winning against you. Of course, we're talking about vanilla teams, right? And he was saying, so yeah, start with orcs. You'll start with the hard mode, play something on a normal mode, and start playing orcs. And the first season and the second wasn't that like, yeah, it's okay, but it was fun for me to play. And then I started playing orcs on tabletop, and I'm playing currently orcs, and it's like, yeah, they are fun to play even when I don't have skills, even when I'm playing mostly a bear team. It's still fun to play because I can do
Also,
all the
I'm
things.
gonna say that
Yeah,
it was really good that you could immediately replace both of the Black Hawks. Like you had enough money.
yeah,
That is very fortunate, I would say.
yeah, yeah. But basically, I went to the point.
The deaths you were prepared for the deaths.
Exactly. I ended in the point where I just trimmed down the extra cash before games just to have the 150k for emergencies, and I have to use my almost all of my emergency budget,
Yeah,
which isn't
I mean
that
this is
great.
what I'm doing with my vampires. Like in case I have like 3 vampire deaths in one game, I would be like,
Yeah,
great.
exactly. That's that. And basically, I like this team, and I'm not intending to replace them anytime soon. I was thinking of switching to ogres, but the problem is that I'm not okay with playing the old version of the ogres, the new ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you can
playing
play it
them.
once REBBL switches to Blood Bowl 3,
Yeah,
if it ever does.
yeah. If we switch to Blood Bowl 3, I will probably be switching and playing a bit of ogres because I'm playing them currently and they are quite fun to play. They aren't easy, and I'm looking at the matches, and when the guys fail, it's like, yeah, now I know how Supra feels. Basically, I got a playlist last match. I was like, an easy score 4 ogres just failed in one turn. I was like, oh great, now I'm open. Poor little Snotling, you're dead, dude.
Yeah, and it's like when you're trying to cage up and you move like all the thralls. Like you only have like a couple of thralls. You move them into the cage, a couple of vampires, they're fine. And then you move the ball carrier, and he bloodlusts. And you go, well, great. So I've just got rid of one of the corners of my cage, and I've got nothing I can do about it.
Well, basically, if it's just the corner of the cage, it's okay. But if the guy with the balls are like, fuck this, I'm going to eat something. It's like, why?
No, I mean, yeah. So I was saying the ball carrier bloodlust, and then you just have to bite a corner of your cage.
Yeah.
And like, so there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but let's move to the next game. We spent a lot of talking about orcs and things like that. Yeah, so the duelist versus the bridge burners, and the duelist won.
They win a game. Woo!
I need something. Give me a sec. I need to find those guys something. Where is it?
I'm gonna guess that the leaps were bad. No, they weren't. They only made 2 leap rolls all game and they passed it. Oh wait, no, that's the duelist. Never mind, not the bridge burners. Oh, they only made 2. The Amazons made the same number of leap rolls as as the. Did they wait? How many players with leap do the Amazons have? Is it just one? Wait, they don't have any leap. What? Why is it showing leap on their stats?
You know what? I don't know. It's something.
That is
Yeah.
weird. Who leaped?
Okay, so now it should work.
Oh, Roxana. Of course. Right. Yeah.
Oh, so he got Roxana. Okay,
Yeah.
that's that. This
I'm
is.
surprised that the kids have only made 2 leaps all game.
I was playing the applauding sound in the background.
Okay.
Yeah, they deserve it. They really deserve it.
No, definitely. And the kids have. Yeah, I mean they did. I wouldn't say it was a particular dicing, to be honest.
To be honest, it's hard to say because even if we look at the dice,
Yeah, I mean, like I'm looking at the pass rates for everything, and it doesn't seem like it was that bad.
yeah, this was 1 pass fail, 3 catches only. It's not that bad, but let's face it. He had, for example, he had only 13 ones and 21 twos, with 18 sixes and 22 fives. But if it was a crucial fail,
Yeah. I mean,
this is the
you
problem.
can't always tell, but
Yeah, to be honest, you can never tell. Because the most of the time, if you look after the games, the dice are always quite in the average margin. And let's
the
face it.
duelist did kill someone and did get 3 injuries. That's probably partly what it was.
No, I'll check on the REBBL net. Give me a second.
Who died?
Who died?
Oh, the kids have it down to 1550 now. Someone expensive died, I think. I think it was a catcher. Oh no, a catcher died.
Yeah, the. Also,
Which
they
catcher
got
was
a
it?
miss next game player, but yeah. Oh. And you know what? I'm looking at the team, and he only fired 1 guy who got a smash collarbone, which is a minus strength, was the lineman. Everybody else in his team just died. Which is sad.
Yeah,
it was the catcher, and it was the catcher that got the level, which is also infuriating. Let's face it.
Was this the Agi catcher?
No, it was a normal vanilla catcher.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but he also got a badly hurt and a something on the other. Oh yeah, a minus next game on the other. But yeah, let's face it, the bridge burners currently are in a very not fun position because
Yeah.
having one of the better teams to start with, now they are in a very
Because
very.
they're like one of the worst starting teams. They have no
No,
useful skill.
I'm saying when we started the season.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
When they started the season, they
yeah.
were very good, yeah.
And now they are, I'll not even say a shadow of the former selves, which is not nice. It
But yeah,
always hurts.
they're not looking great.
Yeah, it always hurts when your team just crumbles because of the roles.
Yeah. They have had death after death after death.
Exactly. He got in the history of his team. I'm looking currently, and he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deaths. And let's face it, if it's an lineman, it's okay. But his star
He's
blitzer,
had he's had 3 catchers and 3 blitzers die.
yeah. And
Only
for this
only
team, with
one
those,
catcher and 1 blitzer were unleveled. The rest of them had a
yeah.
bunch of level.
And with this team, for the cost of the players, it hurts much.
Yeah.
To be honest, never consider the fact that we will be in a very supporting role for the bridge burners.
I mean, we're all joking around.
Of course, we were joking around, but let's face it, it's never fun to lose your team in a way like this. If you're losing games, but your team is quite managing okay, I know it's hard, but it's fine because you still have the options to pick up. You have still options to keep on playing. But in a situation where your team just crumbles, it's never fun because, to be honest, I don't know Kislev that much to say. But at this point, and from the last time we had with Sir Sebastian, I'm thinking that re-rolling is the thing that he should do. I'm not anyone's boss and it's not a must-have, but if he considers to play this team for the next season and he pulls through, will be a great achievement for him. But I don't know if the nerves are worth it.
Yeah. I mean, you could reroll into another Kislev team,
Yeah,
but
but
then again,
starting from
you're
scratch is
starting
probably
from
worse
scratch.
than this.
Yeah. He does have 3 guard linemen, which is very good, and a strength up one.
Yeah, and the lineman, there's a ball sucker, is quite nice also.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the team is bad,
They are in a bad position because
but
if he's
the
being,
the, the team isn't bad, but they've fallen a lot.
well, let's face it,
Because I'm pretty sure the Bridgebenders were like 1900 TV at the start of the season.
something like that. Yeah, when I was playing with them, there was a lot of TV differences between us, and let's face it, playing Kislev is basically playing the hard mode of the game.
Well, not the hard mode, but it is harder.
No, it's the hard mode. There are teams that are even a level higher than that, but playing Kislev is one of the hardest.
Hard, and then there's like Insanity,
Yeah,
which is like
exactly.
and Halflings.
Yeah, yeah. There's insane. Or halflings. Yeah, halflings aren't that bad.
They are really bad.
No, I'm not. Comparing them to ogres and goblins, so they aren't that bad considering the other two. But yeah, they are the hardest team to play.
Well, I mean, no.
Let's face it.
Halflings are a lot worse than ogres.
When you're playing halflings,
Because
you
your only players that can do anything
are the
are
trees.
AV6 and Stunty. Like, at least the ogres can actually pick up the ball and score. Like, they can. It's like doing it with a bull centaur.
Or a black orc, so it does
Or a
isn't
black
that
orc.
yeah.
But it's better than a black orc because they're faster. But yeah,
And
like
tougher.
at least in an ogre team, you don't expect your snotlings to do anything. In a halfling team, your halflings have to do something.
Yeah.
But you can't expect them to because they'll just get KO'd. They'll just be KO'd and injured all the time.
Well, if they get KO'd, you're in a lucky position. Let's face
I
it.
mean,
If you're playing halflings, you don't expect to win.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that, halflings and goblins are probably like the insanity modes
Yeah,
of
and
Blood
let's
Bowl.
face it, if we're looking in Blood Bowl as whole, playing goblins, especially after the new positionals were added, is quite easier than playing halflings. But looking at the position of Blood Bowl 2, they are quite in the same area,
I
still
think
halfling
goblins are
worse.
better than
Yeah,
halflings.
if I was playing goblins versus halflings, I would put my money on the goblins.
Yeah.
Because for them it's easier to win using the secret weapons and are the other nonsense. Because let's face it, the worst enemy of every halfling is a chainsaw. It's just like the
I
guy
would just
just
say any piece with tackle, to be honest.
yeah, but let's face it, if we're talking the level of comparison, we are talking about goblins and halflings. The halflings has nothing that will say, yeah, I'll just murder you. And on the other hand, you got chainsaws, you got bombs, you got all the other nonsense that the goblin carries.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the happiest day of every goblin chainsaw is the day that he plays against halflings. He just runs around and murders everybody. It's like, yay!
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't get any SPP for it, so he'd be better off with like a mighty blow goblin. To just be like, yeah.
Yeah, a mighty bow goblin. What's next?
You take block, then you take tackle, and then you're like, what do I take on my third double? Mighty blow.
Yeah, a strength free tag. Yeah, a strength free block
He doesn't need to
mighty
be
blow
strength free.
goblin.
I suppose actually you'd probably take Dauntless on your third double, but yeah.
Yeah, if he got yeah, damn it, it'll be just your oh damn it, I'm just seeing this. I'm playing against goblins and my black orc just runs my black orc, my blitzer just blitzes a goblin. It's like there's only one dice. What the both down. Okay, what we are standing? What the what?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see how the Amazons are doing.
They're looking alright.
Yeah,
They're a high TV Amazon team at 1340.
yeah. Let's face it, the pieces that stayed are quite
Oh,
nice.
like they're a well developed Amazon team. 1340 is like pretty high level Amazons.
Yeah, and he's in a position that he can buy at least one lineman, but he doesn't
He
even get.
probably. I think you want to buy some line movement at this point.
To be honest, at this point in the tournament,
Well,
sorry, in
maybe
the
not.
league,
You only got one game left, I suppose.
yeah,
But
I just keep the money, and if I would not lose anybody, then yeah, I would buy some line moments. But at this moment, I just keep it because for him, every piece he has is a developed piece, so even if he gets a journeyman and and the journeywoman, to be honest, you should call her a journeywoman, right? Because she's a lady. So basically, if you take a journeywoman and she gets the MVP, you buy her, and if she doesn't, then you buy a vanilla one. No problem for you. Win-win
yeah,
situation.
yep.
So yeah, I
I mean, it
would.
depends. It does depend whether you like your names or not. Like, if you're on your naming scheme, then just buy some line movement, like whatever.
Yeah,
Because
this
you
is.
can't. Because Bubble 2 is absolutely stupid. You can't name
Yeah,
loads.
this is very stupid. I don't like it because.
Why
Uh,
can't you just rename your players at will? Like that
yeah,
doesn't make like suddenly you're like, oh, like I've got, for example, the rat team, right? They got like fast ratata, like quick ratata, or whatever,
and they
and
get
like
Jimmy D.
one of them gets
Henson.
one of them gets a strength, like I don't know, a strength up, and he's called like puny ratata. You want my I don't know if you want to rename him, but you could keep
Yeah,
it
no, but
ironically,
I'll
but
keep the puny ratata. But if you get, for example, a journeyman, and you're playing with a journeyman, and he gets the MVP, plus he gets, for example, I don't know, two casualties and a touchdown, which is very little on the possibility side, but it can happen. And it's basically, or for example, a guy gets two levels in one game, and like I would keep him, but his name is like I don't know, Jimmy the Stinky, and it's like he doesn't work here.
yeah, it is a bit stupid.
I would keep that option of renaming your players for, I don't know, the Risen Zombies or the Nurgle Warriors, because it is with the fantasy of the team with Nurgle and with the undead teams. But with normal players, I would like to have the options of changing the names.
Oh, I mean, you can have the option, and then you can just keep the names of the players on a Nurgle team, or rename them if you want. Like, it's fine, you can do what you want, rather than at the moment you can't do anything you want.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, we got distracted.
Yeah. Last game.
The last game is Necro versus Pro Elves, and
Well,
it was a
on
draw.
the good side, the Horse All Star didn't lose.
They also
Didn't win.
have got a white who's level 6.
Really? Oh. There's also 1-1.
Has he leveled yet? He
Yeah,
has
so
not.
there's a lot of passing on the elf sides.
He has not leveled yet.
So much disrespect for us.
I mean, what would you take though? If it's a double, jump up,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely jump up.
Normal. You could maybe go for, yeah, a nickname would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. Frenzy maybe,
Frenzy would
or
be
maybe
nice on a piece like
Dauntless.
this.
You could argue for Dauntless as well.
Well, this team doesn't need Dauntless.
They only have 2 strength pieces.
Yeah, but you have two strength 5 pieces which aren't a big guy.
He doesn't have 2 strength
Oh,
5. He
sorry,
has
this is
1
Necro.
strength
Oh, I was thinking about the undead. Sorry. Yeah, okay, so yeah, basically, yeah, Frenzy, yeah, no, would not go for Frenzy because you got two Frenzies at the moment with the werewolves.
Yeah, and Juggernaut would be
Yeah,
a good
Juggernaut would
choice.
be nice. Pro? Mm,
I don't know about Pro, but yeah, Juggernaut,
Juggernaut would
maybe
be nice.
Dauntless if you think you need it. He
Yeah,
thinks he's
but
going for Dauntless. Yeah, there you go. See, um, yeah, Juggernaut is very good though because you just blitz a wrestle piece and he goes what,
yeah,
and you can block him down. Like if you have Juggernaut and block,
especially if you're
the wrestle
blitzing
piece
a
just
guy.
can't use wrestle,
Yeah,
so
and
you can use block
wrestle,
against
and
him.
he cannot use stand firm. So, for example, you got a guy that,
Or fend.
yeah, or fend. So you got a guy that's standing next to the sidelines. He thinks he's safe and just go wham in the kisser and to the loving arms of the fans. And we all know that nobody loves you as much as Blood Bowl
Whenever
fans.
I push people out with my frenzy vampire, the fans never do anything.
Maybe they want you to come with them.
I mean, if the vampire goes into the stands, he bites the fans.
Well, he can buy one, two, maybe three, but let's face it.
I mean, that's literally what happens. If you don't bite a thrall, they go and bite the They go and
Yeah,
bite the
I know.
fans instead.
But let's face it, you can buy it one, two, three, or four. But let's face it, they are in the majority there, so not a good position to be.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I agree. Dauntless or Juggernaut, I think I would.
Would go probably for Juggernaut more than
As I said,
Dauntless.
I was only talking about maybe for Frenzy. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but would go more for the Juggernaut. Sorry,
uh,
yeah, Juggernaut. Yeah.
Juggernaut or Frenzy would make him a better killer. But you could also go for Dauntless to make him more versatile and make him able to block down high
Well,
strength.
let's face it. At the moment, although the Ghoul is the ball carrier, you would want to take some, especially on the vanilla werewolf. You want to give him some options of scoring because he, let's face it, he needs it. He needs it fast. And having a other killer on the team, which takes the heat out of the werewolf, is quite nice.
Yeah.
Let's see the pro elves. Where are the elven communists? Here they are. Yeah, the four movement guys, they're there.
Yeah. Because he wants to torture us.
Yeah, I know. He's a bad person, let's face it. Yeah,
um.
two
Yeah.
blitzers with armor 7.
Yeah. I mean, now you're just like, you know,
Okay, as
like Kislev. Not Kislev. What am I saying? Norse. Everyone is AV7.
Well, Norse has 2 strength 4 guys and a big guy. They
Yeah, they're
don't have
AV8.
a thing like that. To be honest, I had the same with Wood Elves. Tried to kill them, but the armor 7 held up.
Yeah.
My armor 9 didn't, but the armor 7 did.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes that just happens. 2 of those catches are pretty close to leveling. Which is good. You could probably level them both next game if you have a good game.
Yeah.
Don't know what's the matchup for the Pro Elves next
Oh, we will see that in
next
a
week.
moment.
Oh, it's Chorfs. Well, the Claw does literally nothing.
Yeah.
So he's got 80k of TV that does nothing.
Yeah, it's like they'll be
No, not
playing.
80. Sorry, what we're talking about? 120k TV that does
Yeah, so
nothing.
basically he will be laughing at the Chorf's face. It's like, yeah, good
They have a
job.
total of 1 Mighty Blow on that Chorf team.
Which will not be playing this game.
Yeah, which isn't playing. So
Yes.
he has no
Yeah, so
no
basically
bashing advantages.
you got a level you got a level player that isn't level for the game, which is like, oh, it hurts.
Yeah, there's literally no way you can make use of anything unless the Pro Elves buy a star who has AV8, which I guess could be a thing.
They have
But
a star with AV8?
yeah, I'm pretty sure Eldril is AV8, isn't he? The mover for Lyman does still exist,
Yes,
yeah,
he still exists.
because he wants to torture us.
Yeah,
That's exactly what he said
basically,
last week.
yeah, he's doing this to torture us. Basically, that's that.
Well, yeah, you know, he can give him if he wants. Um, so next week
The
is
last week,
the last week,
yeah,
and we have the first game is, as I said, Pro Elves versus Chorfs.
which I'm thinking
I would
go with
possibly bet on the Pro Elves because the
yeah,
Chorfs have so many skills that do nothing.
yeah. Basically, the what's the team value difference for this game? Give me a second,
Quite
I'll
a lot, I
check.
think.
Let's check on the rebel.net. The site you all should
So the
visit.
Chorfs are. Oh no, wait, the Chorfs are lower. So never mind. Oh, because they've got so many players out. That's why
Yeah,
they've got 2
this.
players out. They've got no
Oh,
bull. They've got missing a bull and a blocker, and a dirty player hobgoblin. So they are
so
quite
basically
a lot down.
430. Damn, it's a Morgan Torque.
No, it's not because they'll have journeyman, and also don't take Morgenthau. He's too expensive. Also, I don't. Can the hobgoblins even take Morgenthau?
Yeah, the
No,
only
they can.
teams,
Sorry,
only the
hobgoblin.
undead can take the
Oh,
Morgan Torque.
undead can't take him. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
because they got the Bramtooth the third.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could.
I think, are there rebel predictions up?
I don't think so. Not yet. The round hasn't rolled for everyone, so my division's round hasn't rolled yet.
Oh, it should. It's the roll was supposed to be yesterday.
I don't know why, but it hasn't rolled.
No, it should have been rolled, or the matchups are okay. Don't know.
This division's been rolled, but the my division 4B has not been rolled yet.
Okay. Yeah, but basically, I'm going with the Communist Elves
3C also has not been rolled.
or. Damn it.
Yeah, it's just 4B and 3C haven't been rolled. Don't know why. Anyway, so who do you think's gonna win? I said I think the Pro Elves are gonna win.
Yeah, thinking that the Provs probably will win.
Although the Dwarfs are higher position, I think. Oh, no, they are, but only by a little bit. The dwarfs have an extra win versus the elves draw, so they're about the same in terms of position in the ladder. I think the pro elves might have an advantage here.
Well, basically, it's hard to say which one is on the better side, but I'm thinking the chores can do a lot from the inducements, but on the other hand, oh,
I mean, they're gonna have well, they could just buy hobgoblins. To be honest, I might consider firing this dirty player with a niggle. And the other ball carrier who also has a niggle, just to get more inducements next game.
yeah,
Just buy regular hobgoblins.
basically, I don't know. I think if at first I was like, yeah, the communists will win this no problem, but looking at the difference in team value, I'm thinking that the chores can take a lot of.
Dwarves do only have one bull, so they are really lacking on the movement to catch up to pro elves.
Well, yeah, but they still inducement wise, yeah, they can take a lot of nasty things.
Well, okay, so they have how many players do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they'll get one journeyman, or they can buy a bunch of hobgoblins. Like I would say, yeah, they can probably buy at least one or two if they fire the dirty player one, because I mean maybe a niggle isn't that bad for a dirty player, but still, he will be fired at some point. Um, and yeah, so they're not. So they'll be what? If they get rid of their excess cash, they'll be 1280. Uh, like minimum TV. Um, and that gives them 380 to spend. They could get some. I mean, they could induce a bull with like block or something, or wrestle. In fact, that would be quite a lot of it. But
It's hard to say. They could take a ball with wrestle or a ball with block, but on the other hand, do you want a player that potentially can snap your last MVP in the season and do nothing with it because Mertz cannot stay in your team? So, hard to say, to be honest. I will still keep the thing that I'm thinking that the Communist Elves will win, but to be honest, I'm more. The more we were talking about it, the more I'm thinking it's everybody's game at the moment.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it can be. It can go either way, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the pros.
Okay, the next one, Bridge Burner versus Horror All Stars.
We all want the horror all stars to get a win, so I'm gonna go with the
And
horror all stars.
at this moment, they are in a good position to win this. The Bridge Burners are
they do have
quite
they do
damaged.
have the bridge burners are well, they do have a lot of guard. The horror all stars don't really have a lot of guard.
Yeah, but on the other hand, he can just try picking them one by one, which
They
isn't
have
that
three
hard.
guards. So the bridge burners have one more guard than them,
Yeah,
or
and
two.
the one
Is it
because
two?
they got four guards. So yeah, so it's basically one guard extra, but the Horror All Stars have the strength advantage. The bridge
Yeah,
burners aren't faster than them, so basically this is a uh, very good game for the Horror All Stars, and they are in a very good position to win this. So
yeah.
I'm hoping I can play the upload next week for them, because let's face it, really seeing I didn't check it, and seeing that the Duelists won their game really made my day, and I'm in a crappy mood currently, but it really made me happy, which is nice. So yeah, I'm hoping is a bad word, because basically looking at how both the team looks, looking at the differences, I really thinking that everything shows in even the team value is quite minimal, because the bridge burners will get like 80k, which is a keg, or they can put money in it, but I don't know if it's worth it. So basically, yeah, I'm thinking that the horror all stars can deliver a win here, and will be cool to see if they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
actually, wait a minute. They both have the same amount of guard. The horror all stars have 4 as well, because they've got a
Oh,
guard
so
zombie.
basically, yeah. So another point for the horror all stars winning this. So yeah, no pressure there, but they should win this.
We hope they do.
Yeah. So the next game, Bleeding Hippie versus the
Well,
Amazons.
Bleeding Hippie wins, obviously, because he's just absolutely smashed everyone, and the Amazons are at the bottom of the table, pretty much.
And don't have a lot of things to do, and well, it could depend, because the one thing
I
is that
believe the Amazons don't have much tackle. They have 1 tackle.
yeah, but they don't have anything to lose.
True, they don't have any to lose,
Let's
apart
face
from
it,
their whole team.
bleeding. No,
Because Bleeding Hippie will kill them all.
well, we know that in Bleeding Hippie games, Armor 7 doesn't break that well, so the Amazons are quite a good position. But what I'm saying here, basically, Bleeding Hippie has to play this game very, very safe, because he knows he moves up, right,
Yeah,
into the playoffs, and
promotes.
yeah, he
Well,
promotes.
no,
Thank you.
moves on. Moves
Yeah,
on to the
moves
playoffs.
on. Yeah, let's move on with this guy. So yeah, he moves on. He goes to the playoffs, and basically he needs his players. And the
But he doesn't
Amazons.
know that because he can still go down. Like if he loses and the Devinter Devils win, then I
Yeah, but
believe.
he still
Oh no, maybe not. It depends on the touchdown differential. Actually,
basically, if even if he loses, he still plays from the. He still goes to the how do you call it, the loser cup? Let's call it the loser cup, because it's basically built on the lucky loser construct. So yeah, but basically, no matter what, he plays extra games from here, and he needs his players, because he is a position from a guy that can win it, but he needs his players for it. So basically, he'll probably try to play this game safe, and the duelists, on the other hand, they have nothing to lose, except their teams. You're right with that one, but basically, if Hippie is playing very, very safe, it can bite him in the ass in the long run, because he'll try to conserve his players as much as he can.
yeah, loser cup um don't get to go to playoffs. You only get to go to Challengers Cup.
Now I was thinking there was the option to go. The winner goes to the playoffs. I don't know why I was thinking that.
I don't know.
Yeah, we should.
Chaos versus Orcs, next one.
Yeah.
Can you please cast a predict that all stars lose and do not deserve to get a win? Because when you say that I need a win, I get a draw. And you say I could win, I lose.
Okay, so we
Are we
predicting
caster cursing him?
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
it happens.
Winner
Yeah,
CC goes to Div 1.
yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
So basically, yeah, it's still a good option. So
What if
yeah.
they win CC and then reroll their team? um,
The team goes, not the coach. So yeah.
yeah, Chaos versus Orcs. I am not sure. They do you easier time than normal. TV is roughly the same. The Chaos will get a babe. That's it.
Basically, a very hard game for me at the moment.
Yeah, they have lots of claw, but one of the claws is AV8, so you could get him out
Basically,
and
this will be
grab.
a very hard game for me because I'm I got the
Well, not two blockers out actually. He has replaced them, but they do have
yeah
no skills.
they are vanilla orcs. So basically, it'll be hard because if we are seeing it, I'm playing without 3 blocks in my team. Basically, this game, which is hard for me. He has a lot of can openers that can bite me in the ass, but on the other hand, I'm in the strength division. I'm higher. In
Yeah,
the guard, I'm
you have
better.
more guard,
Yeah.
right?
So
And strength is about the same. I don't. The Chaos don't have a Minotaur, right? So
no, I got
you're higher because you have a troll.
well no, I got 4 strength 4 guys, 2 strength 5 guys.
Oh, right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot your strength ups. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking about orcs versus chaos in general.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh no, it goes down to the troll. But here
Yeah,
yeah. But on the other hand, he's got lesser players but better developed. So basically, it will go down to roles and tactics.
yeah. I think chaos have more block. That's the thing. Well, they don't have more actually.
They
How
don't
many
have more.
beastmen actually have block? Like, not all of them, right?
Nope.
So he's gonna be playing with. Actually, the chaos have less block than the orcs
Yeah.
because they have a wrestle, but they have less block.
Yeah. So basically, at this moment, for me, it's hard to predict. I will be. This will be a
No, they have
very
less block. The orcs have got 9 block. The chaos have 8 and 1 wrestle. Yeah. So I'm not. I think it could go either way. It
yeah.
depends on the rolls for
Yeah.
armor, basically.
Yeah, which I don't like if it depends on the rolls for armor, let's face it. Yeah, but I'm do intending I will do anything in my power to win this game, but it's very hard to say how it will go. So yeah, next
Yeah.
game, the Titans versus the
Why do you only
Spawn.
see 7 blocker orcs? What do you mean? Oh, right. They have the troll as well. The troll doesn't have block. Yeah, never mind. So they do have the same amount of block, but the chaos have a wrestle.
Yeah,
Because I forgot the troll doesn't have block. For some reason, I thought it did.
yeah, I would like it to have block, but you can have everything. In my tabletop division, one of the coaches had a troll that was block, dodge, and what was the third one? It was also
Tackle?
no. It was I no. It was a block, a dodge, and something else. Basically, the first 3 levels were all these doubles on the troll.
Yeah.
It was like massacre. Yeah.
Well, this is almost like the tree invading
Oh,
NPC.
let's don't get back to the tree. I hope it dies miserably and goes as firewood or something. Next game, the Tungsten Titans versus the Spawns of the Leviathan. Match
The
orcs
dwarves have
versus orcs.
a big guard advantage. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarves have a big guard advantage, but the lizardmen have a big strength advantage.
But
Like
the
huge strength advantage.
yeah,
They have
but
3 strength 5 and 4 strength 4. Yes, I agree. I'm boring guy. I agree with firing the aviate source because I don't know how likely you are to win this. I mean, you could, but your energy 4 is out. You do have your blodge skink, which is good.
which is good, but
Um,
still with against most of the dwarves, your dodge will not work. So
yeah,
yeah,
the dodge doesn't work. Dauntless needs to do a thing where I say it might be hard for the orcs. Dwarfs, yeah, dwarfs, not orcs. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I might fire the non-strength up Aviate Saurus because he will have a chance to get more stuff this game.
yeah, he basically can get
Although
like
I might just fire him afterwards
well, basically
because
it depends. If you want to start rebuilding him for the next season, the logical thing to do would be fire him now and give him this extra game in which he may level up, because basically there is an option there. On
Well,
the
he
other hand,
might get the MVP, basically. He's not going to level up without the MVP.
yeah, but I'm saying there is an option there. And on the other hand, if you're going with the save game, so basically save game would be to keep him and then fire him, because then you can use him basically as a meat shield. If he dies, well, he is going away this way or another. So basically, hard to say. It's very hard to say, but basically, yeah, I would fire him now, just for the fact that there is an option of him. Even if he gets 2 SPPs, 3 SPPs, then he's when you start next season, he will get a level up faster. He will get this first skill, this crucial, because the first skill for the sours, the most of the time the black skill, is the crucial one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He has this
But you
game
do have
and
the
the
off
off season.
season as
Yeah,
well, that's true. Yeah,
base.
I mean, yeah, it depends how badly you want to win this game, because you will probably lose if you don't have if you have a block. No,
Well,
Saurus without block.
basically at this point, this is the moment you have to ask yourself if you want to win this game or if you want to play the long game. If you want to play the long game, fire him. If you want to win it, there's also a viable option. More power to you.
So is there enough? I think so.
Yeah. So you have an option here or there. So
I believe after touchdown differential, it is TV, and you have a lower TV, so you win. I think that's how it works.
basically, if I get a bigger touchdown differential and fire most of my players, I go up. Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, right, yeah, because you're playing the dwarfs. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not? I thought it was sometimes a consideration. Huh. Oh well.
Okay. Next game, Revenge of the Ratatas versus the German Elves. So, Supra?
Yeah. Um. It's always hard for me with rats because I don't play them, and I'm never sure whether they're gonna win or not. But I think they could do it. Like the High Elves are not looking great right now. They are real beat up. So I'm pretty sure they can win.
Well, there is a quite high TV difference here for
Yeah.
the German Elves, and they
A
can take.
lot. They could probably, with that much TV difference, you could probably justify taking Morgenthau or even actually a halfling Master Chef.
Yeah, it's almost it's 500. So basically, a halfling master sheet, a Gordon Ramsay, a halfling Gordon Ramsay, and you're still
It's pretty like rats need
200k.
some rerolls, right?
Yeah,
So
they do have a lot
taking
of
away,
them
they only
built
have
in. Yeah,
three, so taking away more than half of them, most likely. Not most likely, sorry, but um, taking away at least one is good, right?
basically would be thinking of taking uh, a halfling Gordon Ramsay and
Oh,
a
that is
mage.
very true. The elves have no sure hands, so the rats will just take the ball from them all the time because they have two strip ball gutter runners.
Yeah, but to be honest, I would probably go for a mage, a halfling Gordon Ramsay, and a keg. Because basically, the elves can keep up with the Skaven most of the time.
Well, they could actually take. I think there's 2 stars available to the High Elves that have Sure Hands, so they could just take a Sure Hand star.
There is also an option.
There's at least one. There's Soren Hightower who has Sure Hands.
Where are the star players? Where are the star players?
Yeah. The elves. Yeah.
Damn it, I never can find this thing. There is a...
You just go to the homepage and there's a link to star players, but all right.
I'm blind
It's
probably.
linked in chat, but yeah.
It
High
is?
Elf.
Okay, give me a sec.
So they have Dolphar. I think does Dolphar have Sure Hands? He doesn't, right? But Soren Hightower does.
So we're
And
taking high
uh,
elves, right?
Prince Moranion. I can't even remember what Prince Moranion has. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what skills they have on this page, which is what annoys me.
No, it does. Oh no, it
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
No, sorry, I'm just like... I can't even find high elves. Okay. No, you see the symbols, so it says what the skills they have. So you got sure hands.
I don't see any symbols.
Look at the screen, my friend.
There's no symbols. Legit, there's nothing there.
Dude, look at the stream. I just put it up.
Oh, stream. Oh, okay, right, yeah. I don't know why it's not working on my screen. That's weird. Like none of the pictures are working.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a better browser than you. That's that.
I have the same browser as you. We're both using Chrome.
Basically, my Chrome is better than yours.
um,
Okay, so
yeah. So they have Sure
Hightower,
Hands
yeah,
on site Hightower, which they could take.
and he's a passer with a safe throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a thrower with Fend, Strong Arm, Sure Hands,
and
and
kick
Capable
off
Return.
return, which basically for against Skaven, quite nice.
Yeah. Go to account and clear browser. Yeah, I know, but I can't be
Basically,
bored.
Prince Moratian would be also a good choice against Skavens.
Yeah, he would with strength 4 tackle block and wrestle, I suppose. But
Yeah, and it leaves you. It doesn't give you. Then it doesn't give you the option of taking Gordon Ramsay, but still.
no, you can. It's 300k. They have like 600k.
The difference is at the moment.
The High Elves will get. Oh wait, they have a bunch of journeymen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
No,
6,
it's
7. Okay, yeah, they have 4 journeymen
well
at 70k.
basically
So yeah, actually they don't have that much. So that's 240 extra, which puts them at 13.
where's the
No,
no
1430.
the next match TV is shown 140.
What?
Their current TV is is 1190. So their
Yeah.
next TV is 1400. So basically, they got 510k of inducements. So if you're taking here Prince Moratian, which is 230,
You could scum a
and Soren,
Master Chef as well.
you're 100. So he'll have to pay 200 for a Master Chef. For Gordon Ramsay.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Am I?
If you're taking Prince Moratian and Soren Hightower, you're
There's
using...
a 500. There's a 510. So
Yeah.
Prince Martin is 230. You only need to pay 20 KTV.
Okay, but I'm
20k
saying if you're taking
gold.
Soren and Moratian.
Oh, I'm not saying take both of them.
I'm thinking of taking both of them. Really?
Yeah, well, you could take both. That would be good. But then you won't take a Master Chef.
Yeah,
You
but
could take a Wizard as well, right?
yeah, then you can scam a 50k for a wizard, which basically playing against Skaven, this is a good combination.
Yeah.
To be honest, I forgot about Prince Moratian. He's a great star player. Why do people don't take him? Everybody takes Sidewinder, which basically...
I mean, it's good. Like, Hypnogaze is real good.
Okay, I'm not saying it isn't, but basically comparing the two, as far as passing and all the other nonsense, you got it on most of the elf teams. And it's not Moratian, it's
He
Moranian.
doesn't. Moranian doesn't have dodge. That's true, but he's also got tackle, which the high elves don't have, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah, and he's got a wrestle and a block, which is, let's face it, quite a good combo. Because if you want to take down a guy, by example, for kicking him in the head, you go with the wrestle.
Yeah, the elves have no tackle next game. They do
Yeah,
have a tackle on the team, but it's not available.
yeah. So basically, I would go with Hightower, Moranian, and a wizard. Because with this combo, you can play very aggressively against the Skavens, and there is an option that they'll just scramble
Yeah,
under
I
everything.
still think the rats will win, but the halves do have some good uh, inducement opportunities.
Well, take Moranian and do this. See, we got this Skaven commentary on the game.
Yeah, I don't think you can keep up with the Skaven still, but you have a better chance with, I think, Moranion and Hightower.
Yeah.
um, yeah, you just gotta hope the Skaven die, basically.
Yeah.
Which they probably won't, but you know.
Well, I would still try this combo because it's quite nice. You got
Although
the
actually, the dragons can buy. They only have uh 2 catchers, so they could buy another catcher.
would not buy at this point. I would just go with this combo and basically use Moranion as a distraction. Try to take as much scaves as you can and keeping Hightower in the back just because he can pass basically a safe throw even from the middle of the pitch on a very low value, and you got catchers that will catch it. Basically all of your player will probably catch it on a 3 plus or even better. So yeah, would play this game that way. Because let's face it, Hightower is probably the best star player if you're intending to pass the ball. Because basically, yes, he is a loner, but his pickup roll has a built-in reroll. His throw roll has a built-in reroll. Also, he has the safe throw. So basically, this guy works without rerolls, so negates a lot of his loner, and you got the guys that can catch quite easily. So at this point, I would go with this combo because Hightower gives you the ball handling which you don't have, and Moranion gives you the hitting power that you also don't have that much. So basically, you can focus on scoring with the pieces you need to score and use it to your advantage.
Yep. He has got a catcher. I suppose he could take tackle on his catcher, in which case maybe Eldril would be better. The Lodge Leap catcher has a level that he hasn't taken yet, which could be tackle.
Yeah.
Palm will win the match. Yeah, it will. But you
Well,
know,
basically, it can if it works, but you
he
can.
has 2 AV down linemen. To be honest, I actually would fire the AV7 lineman for this match and just get a loner.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, so let's move to the last game. Blood Elves versus the Winter Devils. So Rich Necro versus the Blood Elfies.
I think the Necro have a lot of good tools to deal with the Dark Elves, so I don't really see much of a situation where the Dark Elves win. But they do have a lot of inducements. They
Yeah.
have 3 loners next game. should be 4, but this guy is still here. So they have 1620 versus 2220. So they
600
have
differences.
600 TV
Yeah.
inducements. Yeah. I still think the Necro win, but it'll be harder with. Well, I suspect there'll be an Eldril in there, and possibly Roxana.
There is an option. Let's see the Dark Elves star players.
Let's talk.
So let's face it, Harkon a no-go from the start. Not against Necro.
Yeah, I think Eldril, and you could take Hubris. Hubris might be good.
To be honest,
I don't think the Necro have any sure hands, so I think he's quite good.
you know what? I was even thinking of Hubris and Itachi, whatever his name is.
Nah, I don't need that guy. Ithaka. I don't know.
Yeah, but basically, but the same principle that we
He's
got.
only Agi 3, dude. He's not an elf.
Oh, what? So what's that?
Yeah, he is an elf, but he's an Agi down elf.
Well, basically, is he an elf?
I'm pretty sure he is, but I'm pretty sure he's a. Maybe he
Okay.
isn't. Maybe he's a ghoul. Oh, you know what? I think he's a ghoul. No, he's not, because he's got dodge. Oh, he's a skeleton.
So,
Or something.
a skeleton?
Is he? Oh, that's what it looked like in the picture there. What?
Tech Fantasy
Actually,
Football
is he?
says. Okay, so he's a dead elf.
Ah, okay. Right.
Okay.
An undead elf. I don't think he's any good, to be honest.
He has a pass, a dump off, a nurse
Yeah,
of
but he's Agi
steel,
3.
but he's accurate.
He's Agi 3.
Yeah, but it negates the accurate negates the edgy free.
Yes, but he would only be good if he was Agi 4. Like he's just not good in my opinion.
Okay,
I
but
think you take Hubris and either Eldril or Roxana.
considering the fact that the
Edge 3 sure hands does not beat Edge 4 sure hands. Yeah.
to be honest, or go with Harken and hunt Godzilla with his stab. This is
Yeah,
this is the option.
teach him for not taking armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pity they don't have access to Zara the Slayer.
Yeah, if they get access to Zara, they just murder them with stakes. Because they can. Yeah, but
yeah, no, I would
basically,
probably take Hubris and yeah, either Eldril or Roxana.
yeah, the Devils are in a good position to win this, but it will not be that easy. Yeah.
No, Zara makes you happy. Yeah.
Okay.
Zara would be very good.
Yeah. Well,
You don't have to win. No, you don't have to win.
yeah, but you have to survive this. This is the thing.
You
This
do
is the
have
thing.
to.
And let's face it,
Well, I don't know that.
Nuffle
The
gave
elf
you
is
an
really
option.
gonna
He gave you an option of taking armor on Godzilla. He gave you an option of taking movement on Godzilla. You disrespected Nuffle. You didn't take it. You took some build and reroll. And Nuffle can be very, very vengeful god. Yes. So I'll look
I
out for
disagree. I
Godzilla.
think Sure Hands was the best choice, but
It was a bit. It would be funny if you just look at the match and there are only zombies on the game and everybody's in the silence like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
I don't know. I still think the Necro win, but they could lose. It is possible. Yeah, that's everything. You're no Timmy Fantastic.
should say
Isn't it
Jimmy
Jimmy
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I,
Oh,
I don't know.
no,
I
no,
never
no.
watched it,
He's
but
no, he's Timmy Fantastic. You know, Jimmy younger brother.
oh, okay. I don't know. I never watched it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so basically that's that. We'll be meeting you for the
We'll
season.
have a final recap next
Yeah,
week.
final recap. Basically, it was fun this season. It was very a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of very different games that I'm used to, and it'll be fun to having this big all-around talk about this season as a whole. So probably it'll take a bit more than usual.
I don't think we are doing any CC stuff, or at least we hadn't talked about it yet.
Yeah, basically there is enough casters to do it, and to be honest, I don't want to go in somebody's how do you call it? Not competition. I don't
You
want
don't want
to.
to compete with someone.
Yeah, I don't want to compete with somebody. So people who are doing this, and me doing things like that, is not okay. And basically, I do need to take. I want to take a bit break from streaming, mm, because I got other things to take care of. So don't know. We will talk probably about it. I'll think about it, but yeah, it's hard for me to say yes or no definitely at
Well,
this
yeah.
point.
I think also, yeah, there's a lot of people doing CC recaps. So
Yeah, it's much more popular than doing division recaps, and
yeah,
who knows?
maybe. I mean, neither of us are going to be in this in the Challengers Cup, so
Yeah, probably not. So yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, you do have this. Then you have this distancing, but basically in the Challenger Cups, it would be cool to watch the games rather than just talk about the games in general because there's a little less of player development as a whole. More it's focused on the games and what people show rather than here. So probably no, but never say never.
well, thank you very much.
No, thank you. It's nice to hear it. Okay,
I don't
so
know if we're particularly entertaining,
yeah,
but we argue like a
a
married
Nord
couple.
marriage couple. Yeah, my mother was right about that. Let's face it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next week for
Yeah,
the final recap, I
the
guess.
final recap. Yeah,
The
so
whole season recap.
yeah, it'll be nice. So thank you all and stay safe. See ya.